Mm, I'm still fucked up from today, but the show must go on. The show must go on. And let me go ahead and tell you guys how I feel about this pick. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't like this pick. I don't think anybody from the nation really likes this pick, but let's see how the other teams did. Maybe they had a lower grade than the Raiders pick, in my personal opinion. Let's find out. So let's start off from the first pick with the Jaguars. And obviously, they picked Trevor Lawrence, so that's an A. Trevor Lawrence is the best player coming out, and was the best quarterback prospect coming out, and whoever got the number one pick was going to simply take him. So Trevor Lawrence gets an A. The Jets get an A minus. The reason why I give him an A minus there is that we don't know if Zach Wilson is going to pan out or not. I mean, Zach Wilson's very talented for sure, and he's got a lot of upside for sure. But you're putting him in a situation where, he's going to be the day one starter, and this team is completely rebuilding, and you got a new coach, new regime, and whatnot. Can this kid live up to the hype? I don't know if he can or not. That's why I'm going to give it an A minus because of his upside, because he's very talented and for sure. So the 49ers, I give a B plus. I really am not sold on Trey Lance. I mean, obviously I think he was a better choice than Mac Jones, but at the same time too, I think based on Kyle Shanahan's system, it would have made sense if they would have chose Mac Jones. Trey Lance, again, he's very raw on film, and I think it's going to take him some time to develop. And the 49ers' hope is that they can keep Jimmy Garoppolo healthy for the full 2021 season, just so he can learn under Jimmy Garoppolo. But the thing is, though, Jimmy has stayed healthy the last 2-3 years, so you're asking a lot. The Atlanta Falcons get an A. The Atlanta Falcons picked the best player available, are probably the second best player in a lot of people's boards, aside from Trevor Lawrence. So they could have went quarterback, but they decided to go with the best offensive skilled player out there with Kyle Pitts, the Cincinnati Bengals. They get a B plus, and the reason why I'm giving it a B plus, actually, no, you know what? Fuck that. No, they get a B. Penei Sewell was right in your lap. The best offensive lineman, made the perfect sense to protect Joe Burrow, and you decide to, I guess, draft Jamar Chase. I guess Joe Burrow has a lot of say in this team because actually the year prior there were reports that the reason why they kept AJ Green was because Joe Burrow really wanted him. That was even before they drafted him. So that's not really a good look on the Cincinnati Bengals organization to give a guy like Joe Burrow so much power. Yeah, I understand. He's the quarterback, he's the guy, but at the same time, too, you have to do what's best for the football team. And it's again, drafting, it's how do I explain it? It's like a car. It's like you have a car. It's like you have a really nice Ferrari, but you don't have any car insurance. That's pretty much what it is. The Miami Dolphins get a B. I didn't like I'm not too big on the Jalen Waddle pick. They should have went Devontae Smith, and Penei Sewell was also there as well. And they already have two really good receivers, and who knows, with the 18th pick, I mean, you could have traded up to maybe still get Devontae Smith or even Jalen Waddle. I mean, is he really worth that 6th overall pick? Not really sure there. He kind of reminds me of Henry Ruggs. He's got all that speed, but what else can he add to his game? The Detroit Lions get an A plus, best pick of the draft. It's amazing how Penei Sewell dropped so low to 7. We could have. I mean, it would have been possible. It was possible that maybe he could have even been the 4th overall pick, and for 10 to drop all the way down to 7, it's crazy. The Panthers get a B. J.C. Horn's a really good corner, but they probably should have went offensive line. They could have also went quarterback as well, even though they got Sam Darnold. But it is what it is. They'll probably go quarterback in day 2. I could totally see them getting Kyle Trask in the 2nd round. The Broncos get an A minus. I mean, yeah, Patrick Surtain's a really good corner. Actually, no, give me a B plus. Okay, he's a good corner, yes. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. With Patrick Surtain, it's like he's a good corner, but like Justin Fields was there, and you could have drafted Justin Fields and traded away Drew Lock for some draft capital, and as well, and created competition between him and Bridgewater, and you didn't do that. You didn't do that. You just decided to just fucking, I don't know why you drafted. I mean, why draft? Okay, why pass up on Micah Parsons? First of all, you need a linebacker more than you need a corner. You have Bryce Callahan, you have Ronald Darby, you have fucking Kyle Fuller. How many secondary players do you need? Like, yeah, your secondary is going to look really good next year, but at the same time, too, like, if Patrick Surtain was always the player you wanted, even after spending all that money for Kyle Fuller and getting Ronald Darby, it doesn't really then make much sense there. Especially considering the fact that Micah Parsons was also there as well. So that also doesn't make sense because he wasn't even the best player available, at least in my opinion, in my mock. The Philadelphia Eagles get an A after trading up with the Cowboys. Again, Jalen Devontae Smith, that's a good pick. Kind of surprised a little bit they didn't go quarterback, but at the same time, too, we need to see what Jalen Hurts is made out of. You know? Yeah, they got Joe Flacco as their backup. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, it's a business, so like, I mean, we saw Josh Rosen, the thing worked out, he was there for one season and then they fucking traded him the very next year to get Kyler Murray in the first. So, at the end of the day, it's all just a business. The Bears get an A. Trading up, I know they gave up some, but I think honestly, like, Justin Fields might have just saved Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace's job in Chicago, because if he is the guy that I think that he is personally, then you're getting yourself a hell of a football player in Justin Fields, who I think is the second best quarterback coming out, and aside from Trevor Lawrence, and yeah, man. Okay, let's continue on here. The Dallas Cowboys get an A+. Micah Parsons was a steal. I hate to say it, but the Chargers also get an A+. Rashawn Slater, that's a really good pickup by the Chargers. I'm just kind of glad they didn't fucking get Penny Sewell, or also would have lost my shit. But Rashawn Slater, I'm surprised he made it so low to 13. Yeah, he's a little undersized to play playing the left tackle position, but at the same time, too, the man can lift over 500 pounds. I think he'll be fine. With the 14th pick, let's see here. The Jets traded up to get Elijah Vera Tucker. I think he's one of the best guards in the draft, but why would you trade up to get a guard? You know what I mean? I understand you're trying to, build an offensive line around Zach Wilson. I mean, you got him now, and then Mekhi Becton. You got to work on that right side a little bit too, but, I mean, I don't know. Not really a fan of that one. The Patriots get a B. The only reason why I'm giving him a solid B is because if Mac Jones pans out, I mean, watch out. I mean, he does make a lot of sense based on that system because he goes through a lot of his progressions and whatnot. He has a very quick read and whatnot, and that New England system is kind of based on that quick read system. So, and that quick pass game. So I think if Mac Jones can fit into that system, then look out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the Patriots got a quarterback. Let's discuss that first. The Patriots got a quarterback this draft, and Mac Jones might be something. Again, he's going from Nick Saban to Bill Belichick. Got some character issues for sure, but if he can just, not be a distraction, not be that much of a red flag, and just, do his job and play football, then look out. I mean, people are laughing at the Patriots now, but honestly, I'm not, because this guy could be really something. The Cardinals get a B. The Zaven Collins pick is, I don't really know about that one. They should have went Jeremiah Owusu. I'm flabbergasted how he's made it out of the first round. I don't know how he did not get drafted in the first round. But Zaven Collins, he's okay. Went to a small school. Had a big year last year. Um, I mean, linebacker. I mean, honestly, they should have went offensive line because offensive line's more of a need than linebacker. But they could honestly get a line offensive tackle and offensive line in the second or third round. So, and then the Raiders, Alex Leatherwood, D plus. Again, I like his upside. I think he can be a good player, but we could have gotten him in the second round, and that's no cap. He was probably like the 45th, 45th best player available. So he was definitely projected as a second round pick. Like the kid's attitude. He's really good at run blocking. He's a little bit questionable at pass blocking, and my issue with them is that he played left tackle. Now we're going to have to probably put him to right, and it's like I don't want to put him at guard because like if we put him at guard, then either Brandon Parker or Denzel Good's going to be there at that tackle spot, and I don't want that. So just whatever. We're moving on. The Dolphins. Who did the Dolphins pick at 18? Oh yeah, Jalen Phillips. So I'll give him a B plus. Jalen Phillips is a really good pass rusher. He's pretty raw though. It's gonna need some years to develop. So, the Washington football team, Jamin Davis. He's also very raw. Came off of 1 year in college. Should have never been a first rounder. Honestly, looking back on it, I kind of wish they would have chosen Jamin Davis over Alex Leatherwood because that's just the worst of the worst in my opinion. So I give that a C. The Giants get a B minus, not too high on Kadarius Toney. I thought he was more of a second round projection. Their offense is starting to look nice, but at the same time too, like hold up. Anyways, Jesus fuck. Anyways, God damn it, Ole. I thought you were going to bed. Uh, don't like the pick, honestly. Rashad Bateman and Elijah Moore, I thought were better receivers in my opinion. Giants kind of reached for that one. Not as bad as the Raiders, but they did. The Colts Quiddy Pay, that's a good pick. I give it an A minus. No, I give it an A. I give it a solid A. The Tennessee Titans, Caleb Farley, I give it a B plus. Definitely a need. Definitely a good corner, but obviously his injury history is a big concern with his back. So Vikings, Christian Darius, I give it an A minus. When you watch the tape, he's really good, but at the same time, his footwork is pretty average. But he can block very well, and he's got a lot of size for sure. But I don't know. Steelers, they got an A for picking up Najee Harris. That was actually a good pick by the Steelers. The Jacksonville one doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you got James Robinson, and I understand that him and what's his name, could be a deadly duo, him and ETN, but I would have went best player available. And even though he could have been one of the best players available, I mean, I don't know. I would have went defense here, Owusu or Maury. You could still get Maury tomorrow or even Owusu. I mean, that's the crazy part about it. So now kind of looking back on it, they would have been, whoa, what just happened? What? Did I read that right? Apparently, I'm going to get to that. Oh, wow. That's terribly sad. At least 44 people were killed in a crush at an Israeli religious festival. Wow. That's terrible. I'm sure the NFL and the world news might do something tomorrow to honor those lives lost and that's a terrible tragedy. I can't think of a more worse of a tragedy to happen in a foreign country since that Paris incident years and years ago. That's terrible. 44 people's lives were lost at this. What even happened? At least 44 people have been. I'm going to take a pause real quick from the draft talks and whatnot, but national emergency. Heavy disaster. Tens of thousands of people reportedly attended, making it the biggest, largest events in Israel since the COVID pandemic began. Thousands of ambulances attended the scene. Emergency services laid out bodies under foil covers on the ground. Police asked everyone to evacuate. Emergency officials said 38 people were critically injured at the site, with 6 more critically injured but evacuated and scores more wounded. Leslie. What happened? Is that like a bomb or what happened? That's terrible. Let's not get into that. I'm sure we're going to hear more about it in the world news tomorrow and whatnot. I'm sure the NFL will do something to honor the 44 lives that were lost, and hopefully it just stays like that. I hope no one else loses more of their lives. 38 critically injured, 6 were escorted out of the scene. It's terrible. Yeah, ETN, not that big of a fan of a pick. Cleveland Browns, B+. It's okay, but I would have taken Jeremiah Owusu there. Linebacker's more of a elite need than corner, in my opinion. Ravens, who did they pick with the 20? It was Jason Awaye, right? I give it an A-. He was the best player available, so it made sense. The Saints pick doesn't really make sense to me. Peyton Turner, Gregory Owusu, Roseo, and Jason Awaye, and Joe Tyron were all there, and you passed up on them, man. Just Payne Turner, man. I mean, this ain't it, in my opinion. I feel like there was another good pass rusher, too, that's coming up in day 2. So, Green Bay Packers, Eric Stokes. They needed a corner. Not too big on Eric Stokes, honestly. Haven't really been doing too much of my studying of the corners, but not a big fan. I thought Asante Samuel would have been a better pick. Gregory, so let's see here. Saints, I give him a C-. Packers, a B-. Bills, Gregory Rousseau, I give that an A. Ravens, that's a B+. Who the Ravens pick? Jason Awaye. Yeah, it's a B+. Oh no, the Ravens in the 27th pick took Rashad Bateman. That's an A-. I actually like that pick. Even though they probably should have won Elijah Moore, but that's still a really good pick. That's a good pick. The Bucks get a B for picking Joe Tyron. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how he does. Whatever. Yeah, that's it, honestly. I'm just waiting on tomorrow so I can get my heart broken even more. And yeah. I didn't want that to happen, but jeez. Well, I'm out.